Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 8 of the series going through the book Raising Up into the Higher Dimensions. So, if you're new here, basically in 2020 the Pleiadian Council of Nine came to me and they asked me or invited me to bring through messages from them that would help raise the collective up into the higher dimensions. And so this book was published last year and it's full of the messages. And so with this series, each fortnight I go through a message that I'm guided to and we just go into it a bit deeper. So today I was guided to page 12, release the chains that are holding you down. So, like always, I'll read through the message first and then we can go into it a bit deeper. We come through today with some guidance upon how to navigate these current times. Claim your sovereignty and release the chains that are holding you down. As you bring up what no longer serves you, you create a new path and align with a new reality. As your thoughts, words, and actions embody this new way of being, you will see your world shift before your eyes. As the earth is shifting, the collective must as well. We want you to remember the power that you have, the love that will truly catapult this earth forward. And as you open your hearts and have compassion for what your friends, family, and those on the other side of the world are going through, this is transformational on many levels. Have compassion for yourself first and foremost, as you honor what is coming up for you. Then, as others see you shift and align with your higher self, they will see that they can also feel what they feel, say what they want to say, and can release all the layers and programming that they do not wish to carry any longer. We are so proud of each and every one of you for being here on the planet at this time. You have chosen to be a part of this great transition, and we thank you. Tune into your heart, your center daily, and follow the impulses and guidance you receive. That is what is most needed for you at that moment. And just tuning into that, feeling into that, how your body responds to that, how it may have resonated with you. One thing the Pleiadians did say is that, with reading these messages, they want you to tune into the energy behind it as well, not just read the words and take them in mentally, but really feel the transmission. And so if we go back to the first part, we come through today with some guidance upon how to navigate these current times. Claim your sovereignty and release the chains that are holding you down. As you bring out what no longer serves you, you create a new path and align with a new reality. Yeah. So ultimately there's many councils, star races, and spirit that are here that want to help humanity. They've been through their own ascension process, so they come together as a council or a collective to support humanity. It's like their own soul's purpose or mission as a collective, as a council, as a group. It's as you go into the higher dimensions, like the higher realms, it's more of a we consciousness versus I. If we look at the different dimensions, there's different truths to it, you know. In the third dimension, in the human experience, we perceive separation, fear, lack. And that's the truth, and that's what we perceive in that dimension. But in the higher dimensions, it's oneness, it's love, it's unity, it's peace, and that's true as well. So it's really understanding that these different dimensions, they all have their own different truths and like laws. It's so depending on where someone's coming from, say these teachings, those of you that feel called to these, it's because you're feeling that call to bring in this high dimensional wisdom. It resonates with you. You're feeling called to shift into the high dimensions, to expand your consciousness. Whereas some people, this may seem like they can't understand it, like they just don't get it, and that's perfect. So it's recognizing that there are these councils, the Pleiadian Council of Nine, who I channeled in this book, and many others that want to support humanity, and they're really going to those people that are open and willing to listen and receive and be open to it, so we can help, so we can support humanity. It may have been an intention that you had coming into this lifetime to be a channel or to work with these groups for a specific reason. And so know that it's beautiful, and to really step into that if you feel called. But know that we are all receiving so much support and energy and assistance from beyond this human physical form. Yeah, and they're really asking us to claim our sovereignty and release everything that's holding us down. So that's another part of raising up into the high dimensions. It's all about increasing our vibrational state, expanding our consciousness, because we can't bring the old stuff with us. So they always go on about how let go, release, alchemize, feel and heal, and all of that, because it's so necessary. And so this is really an invitation to claim our sovereignty, who we are as a source energy being, an aspect of source that has come into this physical life, this physical form. And so it's to claim that divine part of us that is playing in this human experience, but we don't have to be stuck in it. We don't have to be so caught up in it. We can remember our divinity, we can remember our power, our heart, our multidimensionality, and choose to step into a higher dimensional reality. And it all starts with us first. We can't expect the collective or the earth to change around us if we haven't done that ourselves. So it's really for us to embody that first and foremost in our own life, for our own self, raise our own vibration, expand our own consciousness, create our own heaven and earth, however that looks like for us. Okay. Yeah. So as you bring out what no longer serves you, you create a new path and align with a new reality. So you'll see things shift when you start to switch your vibration up and do different things, because your state of consciousness is everything. It was so funny. Yesterday I channeled a message, and one of the lines in the message said something like, your state of consciousness is your strength. And last night during my dream state, multiple times I was getting the guidance and the message that your state of consciousness is important. It's the most important thing, because then it affects your state of being in the world. And so it's so funny that we come to this message, because it really is everything. It really will shift how you see the world. Like I remember back in 2016 when I had my spiritual awakening, it was like I was seeing the world through new eyes. It was totally different. That's what it does. It changes your reality, your perception, the way you see things, how you experience things. You just see more from a higher perspective, and it's a lot more loving and easeful and flowing and magical. As your thoughts, words, and actions embody this new way of being, you will see the world shift before your eyes. Yeah. So the key thing is the embodiment of it. Like, we can sit in meditation and do all this stuff, but it's really anchoring it into our physical body. Like, the energetic stuff is key. So then it's for us to be the embodiment of it, be the transmission of it in human form. Because we're all walking around embodying who we are, and so it's for us to transmit and embody that energy, that frequency, the information, or whatever it is that we're receiving out into the world, not only for us but for all, because everything we think, everything we feel affects the all. We're all connected, and so it's really recognizing how powerful you are in that. As the earth is shifting, the collective must as well. You know, we're all connected to the earth. She is a being that chose to allow humanity to inhabit her, and again, we're not separate to the earth. The earth can't shift and humanity stays the same. We're all working together as one system, as one whole being, and so we're being invited to shift as well. And it's ultimately what we wanted. It's just really coming back into the remembrance of that. We want you to remember the power that you all have, the love that will truly catapult this earth forward. And as you all open your hearts and have compassion for what your friends, family, and those on the other side of the world are going through, this is transformational on many levels. Yeah. You know, love is so powerful, and I don't talk about love as an emotion. It's a state of being. So when you access the higher dimensions, love, compassion, peace, and all of that is your natural essence, really. And it is that love that will heal. It's so powerful. The heart gives off a powerful transmission and magnetic force compared to the brain, compared to just thinking and all of that. The heart is powerful, and you know, the Pleiadians say many times about your heart being a portal to source, to your higher self consciousness, to spirit, to all that is. And it's really important that we access that and first give it to ourselves, and through giving ourselves that love and presence, again, to release and heal and all of that, and give it to others as well. And that's really what these sort of world events and things are triggering within us, this remembrance of our oneness, and also what we want, what we value, and also how important our heart is, and perhaps how we've neglected it, or we've been conditional in our love. Perhaps we were raised that way, and so it's really learning about getting in touch with our heart and the power that it has. I do have a journal called the Ask Your Heart Journal, a 33-day heart connection journey, if it is something that you want to step into, but it really is the source of our power. Okay. Have compassion for yourself first and foremost as you honor your higher self, as you honor what is coming up for you. Then as others see you shift and align with your higher self, they will see that they can also feel what they feel, say what they want to say, and can release all the layers and programming that they do not want to carry any longer. Yeah. So again, it's going within first, having that forgiveness, that love, that presence for yourself, and that will automatically ripple out to those around you and into the collective fields. So even if you don't specifically do anything or say anything, it will be felt, it will be recognized, it will be witnessed even just from a distance. And it may trigger something within them, it may activate something within them. So then they can do the same. Not that we need permission, but it's more this new awareness, this new consciousness of, wow, I can actually do that, when perhaps they didn't know that before. Okay. We are so proud of each and every one of you for being here on the planet at this time. You have chosen to be here, to be a part of this great transition, and we thank you. Tune into your heart, your center, and follow the impulses and guidance you receive. That is what is most needed for you in that moment. Yeah. So we are all part of Source, higher dimensional beings who chose to be here on the planet at this time. It's no mistake, and we may not have conscious memory or remembrance about signing up to this game, but we did, and so know that you are here for a reason, even if you don't know what specifically that is or what you feel like you should be doing. It's in your heart. It's follow your joy, trust the synchronicities, and really be led from the heart. And you know, it would be much easier for us to not want to be in this density, not want to be in the lower dimensions. So know what a privilege and an honor, and really how eager you were to come here and to switch things up and be in this transitional phase for the human collective at this time. Yeah. So as you move forward, listen to your heart, tune into your heart on a daily basis, just not now and again, or when you're feeling down and feeling like, whoops, my heart, but on a daily basis, make it a practice. Because when you connect to your heart and the stillness, what you can do is you start to trust and listen and receive so much more that you may not be conscious of if you're constantly doing or constantly thinking. So it's really important that you start to not only make the conscious choice to tune in and do so, but actually be in that space of receiving, being in that space of awareness where so much can arise and also help you. So I hope that helped, and let me know how this message was for you. So really it's an invitation to, for the next couple of weeks, release, let go of, step into that higher self embodiment. And remember that you are loved, and there is so much support here for you, and you are never alone. Much love.